Hello, welcome TSD managers. This is now our second video in regards to performance evaluation procedures and the steps that it entails. Right now we'll be talking about checkpoints. Let's get started. Now we want to make sure that we've gone into checkpoint 1 and understand the process. If you have not yet done so and you're unsure, you can check here to see where you are under defined criteria. If that's still the step listed, you'll need to first complete it. Once you've chose complete, it will then jump down to step 2, which is checkpoint 1, showing that it's in progress, which is the area we want to be in today. First, you'll want to check to see whether or not the employee can view the evaluation, so you can input the information without them reading it. You may also collapse or minimize all the information here so it's easier to manage the process as you go through it to lessen your frustrations and struggles. Now we're ready to leave some comments and add them here in these various areas. First, under Core Competencies, click on Summary and you'll see the drop down here. I strongly recommend, it's more or less a rule, but strongly encourage that you include the date, where you are in the process. This is currently checkpoint 1. And then from there, add the comments. This will allow managers and employees to know when the information was input. And because that information will carry over throughout the evaluation process. So it's nice to have that information to know when it was included. You go through the 4 areas, the process is the same. That way you can make sure the employee is aware of any concerns prior to the final evaluation, so it's not a surprise. They can be communicated with throughout the process. Once you've completed the core competency comments, then you can move on to job effectiveness. Again, the same process applies. The date, which checkpoint, and the comments. Finally, performance goals. Again, same thing. In the second part, within performance goals, you have the SMART goal where you can include the status and show the % completion, change that information. And then within the SMART goal, you can go ahead and change it within the template and click Save. From there, the annual competencies, again, the date, checkpoint 1, and the comments. Once you've completed the 4 areas, then you're ready to complete that part of the evaluation. First, I do want to explain 2 things before clicking complete. Once you're ready to click complete, there are 2 things that need to be shared with you first. 1, you do have the option to skip a checkpoint, whether it be skipping the first or second checkpoint. That is an option. I do not recommend it, however, because for a full year of evaluation, it's worth having 2 checkpoints to dialogue between the manager and employee. That's a critical component. Also, if you do choose to skip, you can do so by going to the 3 dots, clicking the drop down, and clicking Skip Checkpoint. Secondly, the managers will select complete, and then perhaps they realize perhaps there was an error or something like that. They want to go back to fix it. They are able to, again, click on the 3 dots. You can click Reopen Prior Step, and then it will take you back. However, keep in mind, if you have not yet typed anything, you are able to go back. But let's say you realize that you want to go back after typing something, you're unable to. It will automatically disappear from there. So those 2 options are there if you toggle forward and then realize you need to go back. So again, go here, but you may not be able to add comments. Or you could always skip the checkpoint, which is another option. So now you're ready to click complete. And then the system will notify you if there's any errors that have been identified, 1, 2, 3, or more. You'll receive a message here under Document Errors. You need to look and rectify those errors and then choose Complete again. If all have been taken care of, they will disappear from the Document Errors. There are a few things that may cause it, and it will let you know what you need to do. Perhaps the employee can't see the evaluation and therefore need to change the visibility, which we'll show you how to do just a little bit. So now You go ahead, select complete. You're done with all the comments in the 4 areas. You've completed the performance goal, you've done the percentage of progress, and choose complete. First, you must remember to change the visibility to allow the employee to view. So click on the blue font, change visibility, and then you can change it here to select that both the employee and you can see the evaluation, and then select done. Once you've changed that, the employee will then be able to see the updates on the evaluation and select complete. And then the next process will be checkpoint 2. You've completed checkpoint 1, and now you'll see checkpoint 2 there. You're ready to begin adding your comments. Again, the 4 areas, you can collapse them and then go into the summary area to add the notes. And so you'll see the checkpoint from the previous notes in the summary, and now you can add checkpoint 2, again, date, the checkpoint, and any comments. The process is the same. If you have any questions in regards to checkpoints, please contact me. I'm happy to provide support.